Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. I wanted to make this video to go over this pair of Rancourt Beefroll Penny Loafers in color 8 or burgundy pull-up leather. And I thought this video would be interesting for my own benefit in terms of getting some experience making longer form content and showing you all starting to show you all my sort of collection of loafers and boots and so forth. So if you're interested in this sort of content, please stay tuned, so to speak. So I really like this pair of Beefroll Penny Loafers from Rancourt. They're they definitely sort of straddled the line between casual and somewhat dressy. It has definitely this beefroll stitching is definitely gives it sort of a rugged sort of appearance, and so does this contrast moccasin stitching along the toe, as well as at the back of the shoe, as you can sort of see here. Gives it more of a rugged sort of appearance, but it does have a sort of somewhat of a dressy appearance just by virtue of being in the penny loafer family, so to speak. But I really like this pair because it has this sort of unique or sort of striking burgundy pull-up leather, which I really like for pairing with more casual outfits, especially in the spring and summer. Maybe I'll include some sort of shots of how these loafers really pair well with linen trousers in a number of different colors. Like you could even pair this with sort of your more classical sort of stone or natural linen trousers, and I think really look nice with more adventurous colors as well, like green or something like that. They look really nice. So yeah, that's sort of the styling aspects. I wear these mostly in the warmer months, and either with linen trousers or maybe some canvas or sort of chino sort of trousers. So they're really a great way to sort of polish out or polish up a casual outfit with a bit of sophistication, so to speak. So yeah, so that's sort of some aspects about the overall appearance of these loafers, and also compared to more formal penny loafers from Rancourt or other companies. In addition to this more contrast stitching across the loafer and this beefroll stitching in particular, which is sort of lends a more rugged or casual appearance to the loafers. Another aspect of these loafers that is indicative of their more sort of casual characteristic, that lends a more casual characteristic, is sort of this contrasting color of the leather outsole here. So compared to more formal options from Rancourt, like they have their welt line full strap penny loafer and their horse bit penny loafer, which I'll show off in a future video. Those more formal options have sort of a outsole that is painted or stained. I'm not sure what the correct term is, to be darker. These beefroll penny loafers have this contrasting sort of natural leather midsole, which as you can sort of imagine, it just has a more sort of casual appearance in terms of having this brighter natural leather color. in the midsole. And yeah, not much to talk about in terms of the outsole. It has this keyed rubber portion by the heel, which is really nice, and I imagine lends some durability in terms of wear and tear. And the midsole is otherwise this, it's some sort of like oiled leather outsole to that apparently helps with like waterproofing or water resistance. And I imagine this stitching is some sort of like Blake stitch or something similar in terms of connecting the outsole to the upper here. So that's sort of yeah, some aspects of sort of appearance, and some other sort of notes about construction. So Rancourt, they're sort of very well known for their hand sewn moccasin construction, which I really like. It gives sort of a timeless, or yes, just like an old school sort of appearance to their footwear. So like in this loafer, you get this very prominent mock toe construction, which as I mentioned, there's also some aspects that continue to the back of the shoe as well. So you get this sort of signature stitching, moccasin stitching on the back as well. And so yeah, that gives it a sort of a timeless sort of appearance there. And also a really nice aspect about the moccasin construction for me is I have pretty wide feet, especially my right foot, and I find that the moccasin construction, where sort of this overall vamp is sort of connected as a single piece and then stitched to a this upper piece on top, that sort of moccasin construction is really forgiving for people with wider feet, at least in my experience. So for instance, on my right foot, along my pinky toe area, I find that a lot of shoes can be really tight around that area, but these sort of loafers with hand sewn moccasin construction are like really forgiving and comfortable. So I can wear these sort of shoes. These are in a size 11D. I can like wear these really comfortable. So yeah, that's definitely a nice aspect of the moccasin construction as well. And in terms of the leather, these are a pull-up leather. On Rancourt's website, they don't really describe like from what tannery this leather is from in particular, but it's this. I think it's a pretty nice sort of pull-up leather. It's not overly sort of doesn't have like an overly obvious amount of sort of like luster or shine to it that you might see in something like a Caskin or Cordovan type of leather. So it's a bit more of a rugged appearance, which in addition to what I mentioned earlier in terms of the contrast stitching and the beefroll and the contrasting outsole, that together with sort of this relatively rougher or sort of less shiny leather also adds to the more casual nature of the loafers. But I think it's yeah, I like the leather here. And a nice aspect of the pull-up leather is as you wear the loafers over time, you do get some areas that on the loafer that sort of lighten as your foot applies pressure to the leather. So you can see a bit of that right here on my right foot. So that's like from my big toe, and also maybe some creasing along the front of the shoe here, loafer here, that is starting to show some of that sort of properties of the pull-up leather. So yeah, that's basically what I had to say. Yeah, please let me know if there's, you know, any questions about, you know, sizing or anything like that. And yeah, I'll hopefully, I have a number of these different varieties of these Rancourt Penny Loafers and other styles of loafers. So I'll be making videos about that, about that as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, and just as a sort of additional bit here, as I mentioned, in terms of styling, I really like pairing these Beefroll Penny Loafers in color 8 pull-up leather with linen trousers especially. So I have some linen trousers here in sort of dark brown, in this sage green, sort of this lighter brown, and this is sort of a natural sort of stone color linen. And yeah, I just wanted to show, you know, this color 8 I think really pairs nicely with these, you know, linen trousers in the warmer months, for instance. So I just wanted to sort of show that here. I think it pairs really nicely. Yeah, so yeah, thanks.